Some of the kids you are about to see have been given riches on a platter of gold, while others have had to work their way to the top regardless of how they got there. These are the youngest billionaires in the world, and they control a massive amount of wealth. In this video, we will be focusing on billionaires who are 30 and under. Ryan Breslau. Starting off this list is the American-born billionaire Ryan Breslau. Unlike some of the young billionaires we will be looking at, he wasn't born with a silver spoon, but he made sure he was going to eat with one. The 29-year-old entrepreneur has a net worth of $1.1 billion. He has managed to go from being a scholarship recipient to being a billionaire. Let's take a look at how he achieved this. It all started when he was a computer science student at Stanford. He started showing interest in digital currency, and fortunately for him, he and his classmate began to develop a digital wallet that would allow Bitcoin to be used for routine transactions. Although things didn't go as planned, his classmate and investor backed out. He dropped out of school and continued working on the wallet. Soon after, his attention shifted to creating software that would provide one-click purchases for consumers and process transactions for retailers. Then came Bolt. He got his breakthrough from Bolt, and since then, he has been thriving after he and 9 other people developed the Bolt software in his dorm room. He became the company's CEO after the software launched. 3 years after its official launch in 2016, Bolt landed a spot in the Forbes FinTech 50 in 2019, and in 2021, the software went further to claim the number 64 spot on the Incorporated 5000. The company excelled, and from the company, the Conscious Culture Playbook was born. The playbook is an alternative to a traditional employee handbook that brings mindfulness principles together with standards for performance and execution. The playbook's website was launched in 2021 to make the playbook freely available to other companies and startups. And when he isn't busy making money, he loves to dance. He was inspired to start the movement by his passion for dance. The movement is a nonprofit that provides free dance classes to make dance widely accessible. It was first made available in Miami, then in New York and Los Angeles. Additionally, he enjoys yoga and meditation. His work over the years earned him the #1 spot on the FinTech list of the top 10 FinTech innovators under 30. In the year 2020, he was also named Entrepreneur of the Year Northern California in 2021 and a Forbes Retail and E-commerce All-Star in 2022. He is ranked the 2493rd richest person in the world today. This is not shocking seeing that he was able to raise $1.3 billion for Bolts, including $355 million in January 2022, which valued the company at $11 billion. His business has grown so much that as of 2022, the company that started with 10 people already had 800 employees. The company has also attracted investors like BlackRock, General Atlantic, and SAP. He currently holds the positions of co-founder and chairman of Bolts, a one-click checkout technology company, co-founder of Eco, co-founder of the dance nonprofit The Movement, co-founder of Love, a crypto pharmaceutical startup. A self-made billionaire is something we love to say. The Andreessen sisters. Next on the list are the Norwegian heiresses Katarina and Alexandra Andreessen. Thanks to their father's generosity with his money, they both have a net worth of $1.6 billion. Their net worth is largely attributed to the fact that their father transferred 42.2% ownership stakes each to Katarina and her sister Alexandra in 2007. Their wealthy father, Johan H. Andreessen Jr., is an investor and industrialist who owns the third company, a portion of which was given to the Andreessen sisters. He was the CEO from 1998 to 2012. And since 2012 he has served as the board chairman. With a net worth of more than $3.27 billion, Andreessen is listed as the 5th richest person in Norway in the magazine Capital's list of the 400 wealthiest people. Although the father still runs the company and controls 70% of the votes via a dual-class share structure, the sisters are still covered financially. The third company, which translates to journey in English, owns a portfolio of real estate as well as companies in the financial and industrial sectors. Additionally, the group holds a number of venture and private equity investments. The company also owns a stake in a number of ventures, including Ford Capital and Ford Invest, a Norwegian investor in both public and private companies that makes investments based on those entities' balance sheets. The company has been around for a while and is currently managed by the sisters' father, Johan H. Andresen Jr. The sisters, Katarina and Alexandra Andresen, are both involved in the family business, and they have also taken an interest in philanthropy. Katarina Andresen is a member of the board of the Norwegian Equestrian Federation, and she is also involved in charitable activities. Alexandra Andresen is also involved in charitable work, and she is a board member of the Norwegian Dressage Association. Clementi Del Vecchio. Clementi Del Vecchio is the last of the billionaires under the age of 30. He is the son of the Italian businessman Leonardo Del Vecchio, who is the founder of Luxottica, the world's largest eyewear company. Clementi currently holds shares in the company, which has $64.6 billion in assets and $2.3 billion in profit as of 2023. The eyewear company that Clementi holds shares in is capable of bringing in $25.7 billion in revenue in a year. Not much is known about Clementi's personal life, but he is known to keep a low profile. He may one day be in the public eye because of his crucial role in his father's company. Youngest billionaires over 30. Having looked at all these billionaires who are 30 and under, let's take a quick look at their counterparts who are just slightly older. I mean, they are young too, just not as young. We're moving on to the next group of billionaires who are all 30 years of age. Helston. The 30-year-olds kicking off this list is Helston, the CEO and owner of Czechoslovak Group, otherwise known as CSJ. The Czech billionaire is ranked #1516 on the Forbes list of billionaires published in 2023. He has a net worth of $2 billion to his name. Although he took over the business from his father in 2018, he has been actively involved in its operations since he was 12 years old. The company is an industrial holding company that manufactures a variety of products, including active radars, special army trucks, and ammunition. It is also the fourth largest producer of ammunition in the EU. It has historically been one of the major producers in the European defense sector. CSG also owns Prime, a renowned watchmaker from the Czech Republic. The company owns shares in approximately 100 companies, the majority of which are based in the Czech Republic and Slovakia. This includes the majority stake in the Czech-based automaker Tatra Trucks. Palmer Luckey. Next, we have the virtual reality king Palmer Luckey. The 30-year-old self-made billionaire founded the virtual reality company Oculus VR in 2012. He attended California State University, Long Beach, before he eventually dropped out to find greener pastures. While still in school, he worked as a part-time engineer in the Mixed Reality Lab at the Institute for Creative Technologies at the University of Southern California. He was a member of the design team for affordable virtual reality systems for Brave Mind, a project of the U.S. Army Research Laboratory to assist veterans with PTSD. He made a hefty load of money when he sold the company to Facebook in 2014 for a whopping $2 billion in cash and stock. After the sale of the company, he left Facebook to pursue the next big thing for him. He went ahead to found a defense startup called Anduril. The company's business plan calls for supplying the Department of Defense with technology such as robotics and artificial intelligence that Silicon Valley companies have shunned because of their contentious military applications. In February 2022, Luckey announced that Anduril had been awarded a $1 billion contract to direct Special Operations Command's counter-unmanned system work. Gustav Magnar Witzoe. Lastly, we have a Norwegian shareholder, Gustav Magnar Witzoe. The 30-year-old's rise to riches is a very strategic one orchestrated by his father. He inherited a portion of his father's company for inheritance tax purposes. His father made this move when he was 18 years old, and this made him one of the richest kids on the planet. Gustav Sr. made Gustav Jr. the main stakeholder of his company, SalMar, in 2013. The company is one of the largest producers of farmed salmon in the world, and the 30-year-old isn't just a figurehead in the company. He is involved in the family's business, unlike some of his peers. He actually worked as a milker at SalMar's fish farms in Freya, which shows his interest and his willingness to be involved. The company is said to be involved in mostly activities around fishing. They are involved in marine phase farming, brood fish and smolt production, and the processing and sale of farmed salmon. The company is located in Norway and has over 100 licenses for the production of Atlantic salmon. In the contract, the company distributes farmed salmon across different nations in Asia, the United States, Canada, the Russian Federation, and Norway. It also owns 50% of Norskott Havbruk, which operates fish farms such as Scottish Sea Farms, which is the UK's second largest salmon farmer. Although Gustav Sr. still runs the company, the Norwegian young billionaire has decided not to depend on his inheritance, or rather he is trying to expand it by investing in a tech startup and also investing in property. He was once employed by MGM Property and has financial interests in both Gopi and Key Butler. I am sure he has a clear understanding of how finances and business work since he is invested in family affairs. His entry into the Forbes Billionaires list occurred when he was just 19 years old, when he was given 47% of his father's company. The young man has a clear understanding of how business works, as it has been revealed that he doesn't see the company as his and believes it is still his father's. He also believes that getting to the position of boss isn't child's play, as there are many things at stake like people's means of livelihood, etc. He believes the person who is most suitable to be the boss should actually get it irrespective of whether he is the one or not. He currently ranks #1018 on the Forbes list of billionaires and number 10 among the youngest billionaires in the world. Compared to his net worth as of 2016, his current net worth has seen a drop to the tune of $1.2 billion. But with all his investments, it might get a boost very soon. His net worth is currently $3.1 billion. The billionaire is also known to be a model and a fitness enthusiast. He is said to work out 9 times a week. Well, it isn't only his body that is attractive, he also has a good heart, as he sometimes extends help to the less fortunate. One of the initiatives by the organization he owns made sure that more than 4,000 children in Uganda would receive access to sanitary facilities and clean water as a result of the organization. There you have it, the youngest fraction of the billionaires in the world. I'm sure you enjoyed this video. If you want to stay entertained, click on one of the cards on the screen to explore more exciting videos.